Good morning, you guys. My name's Hannah. Welcome back to another residency vlog. I am a family medicine resident and today I'm on one of my surgery rotations. So I will be going to the OR. It's 4:30 in the morning right now, so super early. I could have woken up a little bit later, but I honestly love mornings, and so that's one thing I try not to compromise on, is rushing my morning. So I'm going to be heading to the hospital now. Kind of the agenda for today. My goals are to stay healthy, eat healthy, exercise, even on the busiest days of residency. I'm taking you guys along for a surgery day, as well as a clinic day in the afternoon. So kind of best of both worlds. Surgery isn't super family medicine, but it's a rotation that we do in family medicine for residency. And then in the afternoon, we do continuity clinic. And so I'll take you guys along. You can expect we're gonna drive to the hospital. I'm probably gonna scrub into 2 to 3 surgeries is typically how our mornings go. And then in the afternoon for lunch, we have noon conference. And so I'll be going to our outpatient center. We have noon conference. And then at our outpatient center, I'll also be seeing 3 of, I'm hoping they all come, but 3 of my continuity patients in clinic. So that's the largest number I've had so far as a new intern, and I'm super excited. So I'll take you guys along for that. And then I am going to get back home. We're gonna do some type of workout. I'm entering my luteal phase, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna be feeling. Last time I did a jump rope workout. In the first vlog that I did, I'm honestly, like, I could see myself wanting to do that, but I wanna mix things up for you guys on here. And I also wanna hold myself accountable and maybe go to the gym, lift weights, or do some sort of Pilates, yoga type of thing, depending on how I'm feeling. So stay tuned, let's see what we get into for that. And then I'm also gonna show you guys the healthy dinner I've made. I have on the plan broccoli, sweet potatoes, and tempeh. Actually, I'll show you guys a really easy way to cook tempeh. Super healthy overall. So that is my plan for the day. It's gonna be a grind, it's gonna be a work hard day, but it's also gonna be a taking care of myself. And that's ultimately the goal, is taking care of myself even when the hours are crazy. But for breakfast, I literally have 2 scoops of protein and some collagen and some mushroom powder. I really like my mushroom powder. I just feel like it just supports my health overall. So this is literally what I'm having for breakfast. Maybe a banana when I get to the hospital, something like that. But that honestly holds me over really well, and getting protein really early on in the day helps to reduce cravings for me, and I just feel really good and like really focused when I have protein in the morning, and that's something that I'm trying to do. Then I'll have lunch at noon conference, and then I'm gonna cook dinner with you guys. So it's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna get out the door, get headed to the hospital, and we'll see what we get into, and I can pick up the camera next. So thank you guys so much for joining. These are so fun. I'm new to this, so I hope you're liking. Thanks so much for coming back. All right, you guys, made it to the hospital, walking along the water right now. Gosh, I love where I work so much. I listened to the AFP podcast on the way here. It's, if anyone's doing family medicine, it's such a great resource. They're usually about like 20-30 minutes, and so my drive's like 30 minutes, and so that works out really well. You get to learn kind of some of the up-to-date evidence-based medicine. And I was just thinking on my drive over how excited I am for clinic this afternoon. It's my only clinic day of this like surgery rotation, and gosh, like I miss interacting with patients who, you know, aren't anesthetized, and just being able to have really good coherent conversations with them feels so good. And that's why I did family medicine. So the fact that I'm missing that is a good sign, and I'm so excited for this afternoon. I also love surgeries. I love the OR, and the surgeons have been amazing, and I have so much respect for them, but I'm really missing seeing patients. So this afternoon, it's gonna be awesome, and really looking forward to just having some like more kind of like longer patient interaction, kind of just talking about their life and preventative medicine. So anyway, that's the latest. Heading into the hospital now. Just my thoughts on my drive over. So I'll pick up when I pick up, and I'll see you guys soon. Hello, you guys. I just got back from clinic and just had the biggest jam session in the car. It was such a good day. So had 2 surgeries in the morning, got to assist with those. It was great. And then we had noon conference. So I had lunch at noon conference, got to talk to some of my amazing faculty, co-residents. It was just awesome. Learned a lot about this one was about like EMR training and all that. So just how to be more efficient. It was wonderful. I need that as an intern. My efficiency has never been great in terms of notes. I want to put like all the details in and everything. And we also get to dictate. And so it was good. It was a really good experience. And then after noon conference, I went straight to clinic, and you guys, this is the most patients I've had in clinic, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but I had 3 patients, and the patients we get are honestly pretty complex, and they get a little bit more complex as you progress. And so it was awesome. They all showed up today, so I got to see all 3. And while that can be, you know, more overwhelming when you get all of them, it's also so much more fun. I literally saw my first patient, didn't have time to really do much before my second patient. I just pre-charted really quick. Thankfully, I pre-charted the night before. I'm always kind of like that. Saw the next patient, did place the orders that I needed to, and then saw the last patient. So it was like back to back to back. Time absolutely flew. Really got to bond with all of the patients, and there was one specifically that I had such a good heart-to-heart with, and I'm actually gonna follow her super closely because she's been dealing kind of with this chronic thing for a while, and it's been driving her nuts. And so I want her to feel like I'm really taking, you know, investing in her, and we're gonna work as a team to really manage these. So adjusting one thing at a time, and just the relationships you build as a doctor with your patients is just so much different from being a medical student. My husband Matt and I, he's also a resident. He's in psychiatry. I'm in family medicine. So we're both in residency, just different specialties. And we were just talking about, like, we come home from work and it just feels so good. Like, we've been working hard. Like, residents, you work so hard, and especially at the beginning of residency, you feel overwhelmed by a lot of kind of the nitty-gritty EMR stuff, like the electronic medical record is what that stands for. There's just so much that goes on, and it's super overwhelming, but we find that we come home every day so happy and gratified. And anyone who's in med school right now, just know that it gets better. There was a lot of times I'd come home from medical school and I would just be really frustrated, more stressed, and I think it comes from, 1, you have studying to do. 2, you're actually paying to work. You're not actually getting paid. So getting paid is so awesome. It feels so good. But then also, like, they're your patients as a resident versus as a medical student, they're like the resident's patients, and sometimes you almost feel like you're not contributing a ton and you're not really needed there. You're kind of just there to learn, which is true. So then being in residency feels so good because you were literally the person to see the patient. No one else is gonna write the notes, no one else is gonna place the orders. And so while it's this level of stress, it just feels so good. And like, I'm finally starting to get in the role of things, and I didn't really have to ask for help as much today about, like, oh, how do I place this order? Oh, what do I do next? And so if you would have told me that my first vlog was my first day, and you guys, I had clinic that day, I was so overwhelmed. Like, every step on the computer, I froze. I was like, okay, what do I do next? And today, the fact that I was able to see 3 patients, bill for them, write their notes on dictation, which was amazing, place their orders, put their diagnoses in, and link them to their orders. It was very satisfying and just so happy. I literally just drove home, had a little jam sesh, and just feel so thankful for being here. For those of you guys who don't know, I moved from Miami, where I went to medical school, and it was an amazing experience, but my husband and I both really wanted to end up in Tampa. And just driving home today, there were beautiful birds flying over the ocean, playing my music with the windows down. It's just perfect here. Saw a deer on our way home, and it's just a really awesome spot. So sorry, I'm sitting in the car next to someone in the parking lot, so I was like, oh, go in your car. So she got in her car and now we're back. But I had to open the window because I'm super tall, you guys, so I'm like half in, half out. But yeah, so honestly, it's just been really great. So residency, you know, you'll hear it's hard, and that's true, but in my opinion, it's so much better. So especially family medicine. So if you're interested in family medicine, feel free to comment, ask any questions. I would love to be a resource for you, because not only is family medicine amazing, but you can do so much after residency. Like, people don't know about, you can do sports medicine, You can do integrative medicine. You can actually do women's health, where you can actually do C-sections if you do a fellowship. And so there's so many options that people don't know about with family medicine. And it's just been amazing so far. So there is hope, and I was so overwhelmed my first day, and today was the first day where I was like, wow, like I actually feel like I kind of know what I'm doing. Not anywhere close to where like my senior residents are, but it's just hopefully gives someone hope who's feeling a little bit overwhelmed that just keep doing it and eventually it'll click. So kind of a fake it till you make it moment, and today felt really good. So going to go inside. I'm feeling Pilates today, and I also haven't really been outside much, so I'm thinking I'm gonna grab my yoga mat, take it somewhere outside, get some fresh air. Movement in nature is like a double whammy, so we're going to move outside, and it's gonna be good for me in more ways than one. And then going to make dinner. I'm gonna show you guys how to make my dinner. Tempeh, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. It's gonna be just a quick little video on how I do that. Some of the health benefits of tempeh, because it's kind of a random ingredient, but it's really good, and the way I make it is super easy. So anyway, just a little update after work. It was a great day, so very excited. Now let's go inside, work out, and then eat. And it's like 6:30 right now, so don't have too much time, but we are prioritizing the things that matter, so off we go. All right, about to work out, but you guys, I made these. They are dates, cherries, coconut shavings, cocoa, chocolate chips, really good things. And I was craving something sweet, so I'm gonna put a YouTube video of the recipe of these on, but I hope you can see just how good these are. I'm gonna try and get another video just of the camera with these, but they're like the best things ever. They're the sweetest treat, and they're so good for you. So a little pre-workout snack. Super good. I'll get a video of a close-up so you guys can see, but amazing. Okay, don't mind our messy little sink here, just a little bit of reality. I just microwaved some of my meal prepped sweet potatoes that I air fried. I have a video on how I make those. They're absolutely delicious. That's going to be the base. All right, and then we have our broccoli that's been in the oven. So basically I just took some frozen broccoli. Pro tip, get frozen broccoli, just as good for you and also lasts forever. I just tossed that in some olive oil, salt and pepper, roasted for about 30 minutes in the oven. It's looking amazing. And then we have our lovely tempeh cooking along over here. So one of the reasons I love tempeh is it's actually a great plant-based source of vitamin K2. So typically you'll hear about getting vitamin K2 in different animal types of products, but but you can also get it in things like tempeh and also natto I think it's called. Jenny says hi. Natto or natto, whatever it's called, it doesn't taste super great. A lot of people say it has a really bad taste, but tempeh actually tastes really good. I would describe these little nuggets that I'm making for dinner kind of tastes like a more mushroomy chicken kind of flavor. Trust me, it's really good. So it has a really good savory flavor. It has a really good texture when it's cooked. I really like it. But basically what vitamin K2 does is it's really good for our cardiovascular health. It's been correlated with decreased calcifications in our arteries, which we know is really important, and then also increased calcification or increased bone mineral density. So at an integrative medicine conference that I was at, there was someone talking about vitamin K2 because it's a really hot topic right now. And it was an oversimplification, but they kind of described it. You can kind of think of it as if this helps you remember the 2 different ways it can benefit you, although there's others. But it basically takes the calcium from your arteries and puts it into your bones. So it prevents calcification in your arteries, kind of helps to prevent cardiovascular disease. It's good for your heart health. And then it puts that calcium into your bones. Again, oversimplification, but it helps with bone mineral density and helps to prevent cardiovascular disease. So vitamin K2 is wonderful, and the tempeh has that. So kind of a fun fact there. I'll show you guys the final product of dinner, but basically it's just gonna be sweet potatoes, broccoli, and tempeh. It's roasting right now. I'll show you guys the final product, and just a really easy, healthy dinner, and kind of a unique little ingredient with the tempeh. So if you guys like that, I hope you enjoy. But yeah, so I'm gonna close out with that video, kind of the outro of what my dinner looks like. Speaking of priorities in terms of taking care of myself, I exercise, I'm about to have a healthy dinner, and then I want to spend time with Matt. So I'm going to close out here. Want to make sure we're spending quality time while we're both in residency. So he's home now. We're just going to hang out. There's a storm brewing, so we'll probably go to our porch and watch the storm come in. That's always one of our favorite things. But thank you guys so much for joining another day in residency. It was so fun kind of going through the day with you guys, updating you on how everything's going. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll show you guys what my dinner looks like, and I hope this just inspires you that even when, you know, life is crazy, you can still prioritize your health, because at the end of the day, that's how you're going to be able to serve others, live your best life, is taking care of yourself first. So this is motivating me, and you guys are holding me accountable, and so I hope that I can hold you accountable too. And with that, please subscribe. Please be sure to subscribe. I have videos coming out every week, so I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining.